That's
that
like
sounds cool.
pressure. That's pressure.
Well, as long as we get to do it here, who cares?
Right. No, it will the way we do it. And if you're sure about its pressure, I think we need to go back and look at that the ad you found on Racing Chuck, because that's
It's huge. It was like half the page.
Oops.
Yeah. I don't think
That's
right,
pressure.
take it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Hurry up.
Welcome to Everyone Racers, a show designed for the world of... Oh, I just turned it off by accident. A show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture. It doesn't matter what kind of Lemma Champ or Lucky Track Dog League you run, SCC or NASA, we won't discriminate, as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself. Join us each week for tech discussion, tips, tricks, news and notes in the world of amateur endurance racing, and whether it's on the spot, hella sweet, or we're lucky enough and Chrissy gives us just the tip, we're sure you'll giggle a little and learn even less. Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mental.
And we are Everyone Racers. You're listening to the last episode of 2021. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. It's been a great year, and we're glad you're a part of it. Cheers. Chink.
Well, that's it. Oh, cheers. Are we cheersing? I'm sorry.
Obviously, you don't listen.
No, I was looking down. I had to take care of the music.
It's fine.
Wires are hard.
Whatever. Moving on. What you working on? Chris, tell us all about the car work that you're working on.
I've been working on the Civic.
Yay.
Which Civic? Old Civic? New Civic?
New Civic. Old Civic sitting out under a tarp waiting for
Yep.
somebody to come get it.
I know. I
that's
saw
nice.
that.
I know. Yep. I know, it's sitting out under the tarp with no rear wheels, just some stands under the frame on some wood in the lawn. I'm really classing up the joint. New Civic though. Got the new motor mounts, figured out how all the pieces go together, wear those on, installed a couple of them, which was good. Took a little time to get one of them to fit. It was a little finicky. Working on swapping the brake proportioning valve for a disc brake one and actually mounting it to anything, because the previous guy had kind of left things quite loose. I think he'd done a tuck in the engine bay of everything and hiding things. So I'm putting it actually, bolted to the firewall again and rerunning all the lines in the right places, because endurance racing vibrates everything. So
I'll say that's probably something you would have done anyway. Like even if like it was tight, you're like, yeah, but I gotta oomph tight it.
No, it's got to be secure. So, but it involved swapping brackets on the proportioning valve, which involves taking the proportioning valves apart and its safety torques. And one of them wouldn't come loose, and it bent the torques, and I had to cut the head off. And it was a pain. But all the braking system is actually in place now. I got the clutch, I got the brake master in tonight. Took the old booster and cleaned the rust off of it and painted that. Got a clutch master in too. I swapped that from the green car because the same one, the one in the white car, was kind of crusty. So put that one in.
Is this all like for like, because I know we're skipping like 2 generations forward, right?
It's just one generation, but there's a number of things that I had adapted
already
to
updated. I understand now.
So what's the fat version of the EF called? Because I know what Jeff's
EK.
talking about. Yeah. Okay. And this is the EG.
It's EG.
Okay.
But like for the brake master will move over. You just have to bend one line slightly down. So okay, fine, did that. The clutch master, the EF never had one. It was a cable clutch, but I had adapted an EG one to make it a hydraulic clutch when we did the K.
Because we were running out of transmissions, which is one of the reasons we were moving to the K, because the D series transmissions. This is all D series. Sorry, D series transmissions were few and far between. In the big bearing type.
Exactly, that.
Look at all the stuff I know.
Yep. What else? I got new steering rack bushings.
Jaime Garcia is so excited right now.
Yes.
New steering rack bushings in. I've been ordering a lot of inventorying a lot of parts to make sure that for work weekends we've got everything we need to keep everyone busy the whole time we're there. And so I'm working on that more. A lot of bits here, bits there. So progress is moving. The engine could go in right now. I'm just trying to do everything in the engine bay before the engine goes in, because when I can just stand there, it's really easy to work on stuff on the firewall. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
Totally get that.
Maybe we can reduce the times we put the engine in by like 3 or 4, instead
it's going to be
1,
12.
12.
Which is nice. Yeah.
It's never going to be 1. I love your optimism. It's not going to be 1.
I'm pretty confident it's going to be one on this car. Anyway, Jeff, what are you working on?
Well, I told you that last week that we had the last minute switch to hosting Christmas. So basically, Christmas exploded at our house. We have a 13-year-old, so that also exploded. Paper everywhere. So and then because I cooked the majority of 2 different Christmas dinners, there is leftovers like to the rafters here. So doing my best to stay on the diet, but there's been a lot of Christmas reheating and one meal where you just looked at each other and went, I'm not doing leftovers again. Let's go out to eat. So
well, you shouldn't. You can't transform it. We like make it a what do you call it? Chopped box. Okay, here are all the crap that we can put in the fridge. From the fridge, make a meal out of it. Go.
Oh, we did that for like a week.
And then you're tired of it.
Didn't
you send anything home with people?
We did. We sold it a lot. We're Italian. We bake a lot of food. Yeah. My wife
you have
said
all the fishes?
yes.
Oh, good for
That's
you.
what I was going to say. Yeah. So just a brief for our listeners who may not know the meal of the 7 fish.
Meal of 7 fish. Yes, we do the Christmas Eve meal of 7 fish. I was in charge of baklava, fried flounder, fried shrimp. I was the fry station.
Apparently
crab cakes, schmelts. There's one I'm missing that I don't remember because I know I did 6 dishes. There were 14 different kinds of fish, and I ate 13 of them. But this is across like 20 different dishes because there's shrimp in the soup and fried shrimp and whatever shrimp. So, yeah. So because I don't eat schmelts. They're gross. They're little tiny fish. Don't eat them. But other than that, I eat everything else. So, yeah, so we had all that.
We had 7 fish. Pizza, Parmesan, regular pretzel.
Pretzel shaped like a fish. I like that.
No, these are like
Yeah,
old fish. Okay, got it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Have you had the jalapeno goldfish?
Pizza
yet?
dusted.
There might have been them, yes, as well. I can't eat them, so yes.
Vicky's been buying the jalapeno goldfish lately, and holy crap, those are awesome.
No, I'll have to try those.
No, you may not.
Oh, Vicky, for those of you not watching on YouTube, Vicky came in and gave a big old bonus. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. The computer I'm working on right now that is helping run this podcast got a new hard drive because my son got a Steam gift card and immediately asked to download a game that was larger than all of the space on the hard drive. So, as we move to the new podcast host, I now have all of the room on my computer. I have like 1.5 terabytes of free space to re-download and re-upload and anything else that we need to do to move the podcast. So that's always good. And having a week off because I'm in education, so we don't work between Christmas and New Year's. I'm getting as much done on the house as possible. You can't see it very well on the podcast, but I'm covered in paint, ceiling paint at the moment. I probably smell like spackle. I'm doing painting a large portion of the house, and I'm going to introduce, Mental probably has never heard this central PA idiom. Blind man on his way to Baltimore would never notice. That's the motto of our house repairs right now.
No, never. No. The thing that came to my mind is, Spackle and Fish, the new fragrance from, he is totally married.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Totally a dad smell, spackle and paint. So that's what I've been doing. Spackling and painting.
Spackle and Fish.
I understand. But yeah, Chris, holy cow. Thank you for the vacuum thingy to sand the walls.
Yeah, 2 days ago, yesterday, Jeff was here, says, I'm sanding and it's just getting everywhere and it's a problem. I said, well, you must have one of those vacuum sanding. What?
Duh.
So what it is, it's a attachment for a shop vac that holds sandpaper, and you turn the vacuum on, it sucks around the sandpaper as you sand, and it gets about 90% of it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a time saver. I didn't do a lot of sanding today because I had done a lot of sanding before, but I had to finish a little section of the ceiling. So yeah, I'm done a chunk of the ceiling in the air and a chunk of prepping, and I will finish another chunk and another chunk, and then I'll go back to work and it'll stop again. So that's the way it is.
Shame.
Yeah. But we have again put new colors on the wall to try and pick the color. I say you're running out of time because when I get to this wall and this wall, the color is going to be chosen, or I'm putting up whatever I feel like. So,
In either case, the color shall be chosen.
the color should be chosen.
I like
yeah.
that green behind you. I think that's a great color for a wall.
That color.
Exactly.
That's the color of Josh's room already. Really.
That is actually tennis ball green. We call it. Mental. You've been like actually working, right?
Like as in going to work. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Tell me what you're working on.
So yeah, that's it. We're going back to work because military can have all the time off, but contractors, we still have to show up. And I have been working doing my best to reduce the entire total inventory of Sawzall blades available to the world. The Porsche is now down to almost like a 6 foot by 4 foot piece. Ordered our lighting for the great room and matching lights for the kitchen. I don't know if you guys can see this light right here, but hey, Google, turn off the kitchen.
I can see your wife back there. She did the switch, didn't she?
That was Vicky.
You're lying.
She did.
Hey, Google, turn the kitchen on. So
Hey, Vicky,
there we
turn the kitchen on.
Yeah, you know how well that's going to work.
Let's see if I
Well,
can do that.
once maybe.
Wait. I can't see. Can't see it. I have my Christmas lights on Alexa. I was gonna.
Oh, yeah. So now I've got the back porch and the kitchen and the great room, which I wired them up last night because there was only one light in that great room. So I wired new lighting for that, and I've been putting up sheetrock. So that's
Get the sandy thing.
Get the sandy thing.
Get the sandy thing.
We're serious.
Sandy
Still
thing.
try to find a Mexican to mud for you. Like really, of all of the things in the world to do.
Because I was hanging sheetrock last night going, this is why I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then-
I'm only scuffing paint and like fixing like nail pops and things like that, and it's already driving me nuts. Like I couldn't imagine mudding. I mean,
A
well, I
whole
did
house.
during the COVID. I mudded an entire section of my house.
Yeah. This
So-
is going to be about 1,600 ish square feet. So
Like,
yeah.
Go to Home Depot at 6 a.m. Really?
I
Find
missed my
somebody.
opportunity. Yeah, I think we talked when I came home. There was a bunch of guys that had been working on the house next door, sitting outside loading their trucks. I'm like, crap! I should have just said, "Hey guys, how much to come in here and hang this
Yeah.
shit?"
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I didn't do this year because I have a wife who speaks Spanish. I didn't put just last week, Christmas Eve, we had a guy out to the house, him and his buddy, who put the like chicken wire, I guess it's really squirrel wire, around my solar panels because we had a squirrel making a nest between my solar panels and my roof. And he said, $800 will come out Christmas Eve. I said, do it.
Wow.
Sometimes the checkbook is just a better tool.
Well,
To-
because we
to-
know how much squirrels love Jeff's house.
Yep.
That's true. Well, it's got a lot of trees. They
Does.
got
Yeah.
have
That's-
somewhere to
that-
live.
But he has dogs. I have like no critters because just fat lazy dogs are enough to scare them off.
No, they just stay on the roof on my house.
Right? And they're scared to
Yeah.
go on the ground. That's why they live in the house.
Fair enough. Chrissy, what have you been working on?
Oh, not much around here. No car work, but I will probably start in the new year. Just gonna start getting help Chris putting away Christmas slowly, and I have been trying to finish posting all of my Mazda parts on eBay. So if you or know someone that has a Mazda 3 that is the generation of mine, 2007-ish, 4 to 9, there's also with a 6. If you have one of those and you need a trim piece and it's looking crusty, or you want to get, I don't know, I just moved them all, didn't I? If you have something that's not working in your Mazda 3, call me because I have lots.
You have it all.
I have a
And
lot.
if-
I don't have all of it, but
If you haven't seen the pictures of Chrissy's race car, or you've never met Chrissy, at any given time during that car's ownership, you could have performed open heart surgery and not worried about
Mental.
infection at all.
Mental. I got to tell you, the Mazda 3 is now the second cleanest car
it's true
in the 3 p.m. stable.
for now.
Behind the Mercedes.
What?
Yeah.
No, I meant the race
No,
cars.
race cars.
Oh, wow.
That
Oh.
Honda is amazingly clean that we're building.
Yeah.
You're building, not me, because I haven't been there yet, but I will be. Don't worry.
You got to see it.
I did. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if you're just looking for a high quality trim,
No.
I'm not going to finish that sentence because it won't come out.
Don't go there.
If you are looking for interior pieces to your Mazda 3
yes,
that are loved and of the highest quality,
yours are scratched or something like it. I just posted a picture of the door lock with the bezel, and it looks brand new. Like it legit looks brand new.
Yep.
Have you been successful at selling any of this junk?
Heck yeah!
Oh, okay.
The day I posted the what do you call? I can always forget
Cargo
what that's-
cover.
Cargo cover. Yeah, I sold it for what?
Oh my God, I have
80?
like 12 cargo covers.
$85 or something.
3 of them are covered in soup.
No, because I
No,
take them
they're
out
the
the day
back.
I buy it.
Right. So, and then that's what we think
I
is somebody
never use them.
lost it. Yeah, it was $85. I made money on shipping for that one.
I have the Protege 5 one. I have my Mazda
kidding?
3 one, and I have the Veloster one, all sitting in my garage like on top of each other because I never remember until I buy a new car and I stick it in the same place.
Give them to me and I will sell them. I'm not sure I
Deal.
will give you the money, but I will sell.
Don't care.
No, that's what makes me so excited. These are the
Goes in the
parts
race
that
budget. Yeah.
that know nothing, that own nobody. It owes me nothing. The car owes me nothing. So all these trim pieces that I kept so nicely, I'll just sell them. People are like, yeah, I need that little door latch.
Literally, the
50
day I come
bucks,
home,
okay.
I take that little hatch thing out and I put it in my garage.
Well, they're worth a lot of money. So
I know
especially
I
the
do.
Protege one, probably
Well,
because
there's
people
12
lose them.
people that have proteges at this point. But
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's true. The Civic, I've gotten a surprising amount for some Civic parts, like the center
Right.
console thing for the '89 Civic. That was $70. Headlights.
finding a box for it was a heck of a
headlight.
job, but
That's true.
we did it.
Yeah, no, stuff's been going. It's been
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
I sold Bilsteins that came as spares with the Corvette for $250. I was
Heck
excited about that.
yeah. And they were
I have
free
a
to
set
us.
of new old stock shocks and tonneau cover for a 68 Nissan or Datsun 2000 in my
Why?
garage.
This is why you
Because
can't
my
walk through your
father
garage.
did the exact same thing I did. He bought them, he put them in his garage, and when I was cleaning his garage, I was like, "What the heck is this for? The midget?"
Oh,
And he goes, "Oh no, they're for the Datsun."
when I come there, I'm taking those with me because I've got the Palmar brothers in California. They've got 2 of them have they race Datsun Roadsters, and then they've got 2 street ones, and I'm going to give
Yeah.
it to them.
Yeah, sure.
It'll go
Great.
to a good home of loving people.
Just get it on some kind of express up here if it ever happens again, or is it
Yes.
too late now?
Probably not between now and then. But we'll see.
Oh well,
We'll see.
hey, you can just ship
Well,
them out to Mental. Get them out of your garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'd have to
All right.
unearth them first. Anyway,
Cool.
news and notes time.
Wow. Lotus celebrated milestone December 23rd. Production for the Elise, Exige, and Evora ended. Mark Vaughn, Car and Driver, shares the story. Link in our notes. Something you may not know: those 3 models made for the last 26 years amounted to a total production of over 51,000 cars. That's a lot for Lotus.
That's
That
like
number-
more than Lotus has sold like in the
It's-
rest of its history, I think.
It's more than half of the Lotus vehicles made ever.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Lotus stuff was little and unique and or expensive, and they're all impractical. Lotus is shifting eventually to all electric vehicles. Right now, production is all around the mid-engine Emira, a modified version of the same platform, powered by the Toyota-based 3.5-liter gasoline engine, like in the Evora, or an AMG 2-liter 4 with an automatic only. Emira debuts next spring, and followed by the all-electric Evija.
How do you
Someday
say
I would
it?
like to have a Lotus.
Avija?
Yeah, I think so.
Not a Via.
Say it however you want.
No, I was just asking. I don't know. I just Avija sounds
I was guessing.
not as pretty.
EVIJA is how you spell it.
I like Avija.
I think
like
a
that.
Via. Yeah, I think a Via.
I like that
Cool.
one better.
Go for that then. Great.
I know it's
I'm gonna take pronunciation lessons from Jeff.
Look, this is Spanish pronunciation.
Sí, señor.
All right.
Well, and that's it.
Just don't take it from Mental, who thought Jaime's name was, I don't know how you said it last time.
Yeah. But it's if it's a Spanish though, I don't think it's Mexican Spanish. I think it's Spanish.
No,
which means-
Spanish.
Yeah, you gotta still a lot more lisp into it. The Avija.
A Via.
Whatever. Sorry,
Whatever.
sorry, I opened my mouth. Speaking of ending production, Peter Holdreth at the Drive compiled a list of cars that we won't see in showrooms in 2022 because they're gone. They're gone. Don't look for them anymore. Okay. Among them, the Ford EcoSport.
Ugh.
Don't care.
Whatever.
The BMW i3 was the
Nobody
first.
cares.
Was okay.
No, that was
uh,
good. I guess that's interesting. Go ahead. I'm
It
sorry.
was the first real EV from the Very Motorsports Works. It was carbon fiber tub and all the interior surfaces were said to be 100% sustainable. The car was not.
They were really funky looking.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
dressed up golf carts or IQs or smart cars. But I
but they're-
drove one, God, like 10 years ago. They were quick.
They were
Always looks
basically
like
a
it's gonna
test bed.
fall over. Yeah.
They were a test bed for BMW to see like how can we do this carbon fiber in the whole car thing. Like,
Mhm.
and they
Absolutely.
learned.
Yep. And then they said, nah, don't want to do that again. The Mazda 6. Don't worry. The replacement is rumored to have an inline 6 and rear wheel drive. So we'll see
That
what
would
they
be
come
cool.
out with Mazda. Yep.
Totally.
The Honda Clarity. I did not know what this was. I needed some help, and there's a picture too. Originally, it was it could be had with a hydrogen power plant, total electric, or the last version, a plug-in hybrid. Now, memory. If you don't know what a Clarity is, it is a modern four-door Insight. Doesn't look like an Insight.
Is it an
looks,
insight?
It's
It
bigger.
looks
it's
like
basically
it looks
That's
like an
like-
Accord.
it's
Yeah, that's what I
basically
was
a Accord.
gonna say.
Yeah,
It's an
okay.
Accord platform.
Right.
So-
But I want to say they used like an Insight because they used a lot of aluminum and lightweight materials and crap. But
I
it-
think the generation, the insight generation or clarity, previous generation was a lot closer to the insight.
There's never a previous generation clarity. There's only
Was
this
it?
one.
I thought
There's only one.
I thought
Well,
this was the
that's-
second generation.
No. There's
I-
it's been 3 generations of insight.
Have you
so
ever
far.
seen one on the
Oh.
road?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I've
Which is-
never.
Yeah, which is why
Sure,
they're
Chris has.
not making it anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing.
It was mostly
I
their compliance car.
probably thought it was an Accord and didn't look at the back, and then didn't realize it had different word on the back.
It's like,
Anyway.
why does that Accord look bad? That's basically what you look at. when you
Probably.
see it. Yeah.
I just was like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
Why is that
the-
a Accord driver looking judgmentally at
The
me?
Land Cruiser.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Well, until you read why.
You can still get the same platform by using by buying a Lexus LX, which makes Toyota more money.
And they sold a lot more of those than they did the Land Cruisers.
Okay, the Volvo Polestar 1, it weighed 5,100 pounds and cost $155,000. They sold 1,500 of them in 3 years. What? That's dumb. It's a Volvo. Who does that?
Well, and actually it was under their Polestar, which was supposed to be like their luxury brand. So it was
Yeah,
just
that's dumb.
Polestar. And but
Oh,
if
it
we said the
wasn't Volvo?
Polestar one, everybody'd be like, what is that? So I threw Volvo on there. It's like an
Okay.
Acura version. Yeah.
Who knew? The Volkswagen Golf. Oh no. They're keeping the GTI and the Golf R. No surprise there. Mazda Cx-3 replaced by the Cx-30 and the Hyundai Veloster. They're just taking the non-N version away.
It's
all
not a
good.
big deal. It's The Walking Dead anyway. Their N is coming out in all the other vehicles, and they're not gonna. The Veloster is not gonna live very much longer. Even the N.
But who wants a Kona N? Nobody I ever want to meet.
No, but
no.
the
The Elantra N
Elantra N
is intriguing.
is
Sure.
intriguing. And a lot of people are like mad, like, oh, if I knew they were going to make an Elantra N, I never would have bought my Veloster. No, those people are wrong. I'm not interested, but
Okay.
That's what it says.
The Volvo V60 and V90 wagons. No one except hipsters and our listeners buy wagons, and we want the older ones, and hipsters can't afford new wagons. And finally, the Passat.
Nobody cares. It's a Passat.
I don't think anybody cares about the Passat. On the Golf, didn't the GTI and the Golf R just come out on the new platform? Like, don't they have a new platform going?
Yeah, which is why they're not doing any of the other ones.
Yeah.
basically.
So it's just they're going to wait a year or two, and then the regular ones will start coming out.
No, so
probably.
supposedly they're not. They're just saying, no, go buy a Tiguan.
Pretty much.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody wants a plain old Golf anymore. Yeah.
Like a hatchback? That's so
Yeah.
sad.
No one wants a 2-point slow.
Well, I
Just-
mean, I don't blame them. I had one that was terrible. So
Yeah.
there I don't. Okay.
Josh is here. You can all say hi.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
He's
came-
crawling. He's looking for scissors.
He's crawling.
Josh, right over
Better
there.
than
On
running,
mommy's
I
desk.
suppose.
Oh, he doesn't have the scissors
Right
yet.
over there.
Once he
Oh,
gets the
there it is.
scissors, he should-
Now,
Yeah.
now run, Josh.
Oh,
Run
no.
like the wind.
His
Run
desk.
like you're
His
Run like
desk
your
is
dad
right
has
there.
Really good healthcare.
And he was like digging through. He crawled in and he was digging through the and it was making a lot of noise, like more noise than he would have. I like just get up and go over there,
Yeah.
It's your turn. If
Anyway,
you'd like to read
it's my
a story.
Sure. At the beginning of this month, actually, it was a couple of months ago that it happened, but I think they just figured it out.
No.
Tesla released an update.
It was the update was this month that allowed this to happen.
Oh, okay. Because the games have. Well, let's get to the story because I know the games have been on there for a while. So Tesla released an update that allowed the games that were already available on the infotainment system to be accessible while the car was actually in motion. So if y'all haven't been in a Tesla, there is one giant infotainment screen in the middle, not multiple screens, and you can play games on it. The games have been around for a while. I guess this recent update, you could also do them while they're in motion. So anyway, the NHTSA, that's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, does not like that for obvious reasons. Reuters quoted the NHTSA, quote, distraction-affected crashes are a concern, particularly in vehicles equipped with an array of convenience technologies, such as entertainment screens. We are aware of driver concerns that are discussing the feature with the manufacturer. They have now launched an official inquiry on top of the official work of the autopilot feature. There's Peter Holbrith did an article on The Drive. We'll post that one up. There's actually a couple articles. We'll probably post them both. Interestingly, was the game. Do you all have any of you clicked the story? Do you know what
Yes.
games they had?
No.
It was like a Mario Kart style thing. and then
There is a
something else,
driving
and
game.
Yeah.
You're in a driving game, everybody, in real life.
What I
You're
found-
like, what am I driving? Am I driving in my little infotainment, or am I
Yeah,
driving
yeah,
out the
yeah.
window? Heads up
Well-
display while driving? That would be very confusing.
What was really interesting to me is that Hulu and Netflix and the streaming services are still locked while the vehicle is in motion. And I feel like that was a move on Hulu and Netflix going, nah, you are not dragging us into that liability. You keep that crap locked, pal.
Well, and I think the most interesting part is like it had a big button that said like I am the passenger and only the passenger will fly, just like all of our nav systems. And you're like, yes, I am the passenger, and then you keep doing it. I did want to check. See here, must be passenger play. Oh man, I can't find it. There was a game. There was a game. Oh my god, it was one of the Microsoft like. It wasn't. It,
Do you want to tell
whatever.
us when you remember?
Go on, find it. I'll find it.
Flight Simulator would have been more fun if they had that. in.
How about driving your EV car?
Yeah. Well, the new
That's
one's
a-
got like a
that's a
yoke
fun
steering
game.
wheel. So
Right.
yeah. All right. Hey, if you like to wear jorts, logo gear, and tall white socks, you got to go check out what Racing Junk has for you. I looked there today. There are several hundred Corvettes for sale. Like there's 10,000 to 100,000. There's all generations. There's like 600 of them on there, which is
Jeff,
more than
enable screen sharing.
it's pretty much any car combined is Corvettes on there. And so I found one that is definitely my favorite that someone definitely needs to buy and go
This thing
win
is-
Radwood.
It's
Like-
so good. It's
Yeah.
so
Starting.
there we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share if you're seeing this on YouTube.
Go ahead.
And I'll describe it for you a bit. So this is a C4.
What?
It is an early C4. It is white with airbrush faded pink and blue graphics on the sides. The
Like
wheels
a
are silver
sundown
with
style.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But then
Oh.
like it's got like a squiggly line. It's got like an F40 spoiler on it that's also kind of sundowner pink on it. The valve
I-
covers
see,
are,
now
and
I
all the
think it's like-
accessories are gold.
I think
And
it's
it
like
says-
rose gold color.
It says jewelry Norman under the hood. The interior is pink except for zebra, all the trim and all the dash. Like it's amazing. And there's even
That
airbrush look-
aftermarket wood steering wheel.
look at the pinstriping around the door jamb and
oh, I
the door
missed
catcher,
that.
right?
That is beautiful.
So the detail that went into this, like
Wow.
someone
Whoa,
spent,
I
and,
didn't
and the hood.
You're not
there's-
going to mention the airbrush.
I'm getting there. The hood is an
Okay.
airbrush of I think two different tigers.
White
and
tiger.
Like
And a
walking
woman.
towards you.
One
Oh,
of
is there a
them-
lady there?
Yeah,
There
white
is a lady.
tigers and a lady. Yep. So this is
Did you say the wing?
oh yeah, the F40 Wing, and it's got some like louvers on the back glass,
Oh my
and of
goodness
course
gracious.
a deep body kit all over there, and another white tiger on the trunk in the center. I mean, this thing is
Wow.
amazing.
It is so.
Wow.
The
I wanna see
white
this as a
tiger
thing.
on the back is cool. I'm a little upset at whoever made this ad because there is not a really good picture of the woman riding or whatever she's doing to those tigers.
What is it? What's on the
Correct.
dash? Is it
I think it's
like
a
it's white tiger
Zebra.
print.
Yeah.
zebra print? Yeah.
Or tiger. Yeah. No, Chris is right. Tiger.
The white
black
squares
tigers
are
have a-
reflections from the light. Like
what's the front say? Something about gem?
Yeah. Well, normally the car says Corvette embossed in the front license plate filler, and this one
Yes.
has my written above Corvette and
Oh,
gem
my
written below
gem.
Corvette. It's my Corvette gem.
wow.
But yeah, it's a
Wow.
lady with white tiger. I mean, this thing is
It's
just
unbelievable.
She's of course scantily clad
yep.
and
And, like,
biologically
how do you sell this
impossibly
car?
endowed.
And not have a
Oh.
really good picture of that.
I think that's their plan. I like the Michelin XGT tires, which have not been produced since the late 90s.
Oh, since
They're
this
really
is cool.
quality.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
So this thing is
This
so
is
amazing.
fantastic. Yeah.
When-
Okay,
when-
by the way-
when we used
go
to
on.
when Camden Tub was still a podcast, and there was even a Facebook group called Jail Cars, and it was you absolutely modify your car to the most current, awesome, coolest trends. Then you go to jail for X number of years, but you put your car in storage and you come out. This is a 1985 jail car. It is.
I love that. No one has updated it since.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
going
perfect.
back to the Tesla story, you can play Skyforce Reloaded, Solitaire, and the Battle of Polytopia, which I hope is some sort of like you
Was
have
it
to make
role
both.
playing game?
I don't know. I'm in my mind, it's like some sort of polyamory game where you have to like keep all of
It's-
your wives
Like the
it's
Sims,
from meeting
but-
each other. You know,
It's
I
a
don't know.
knockoff. It's a
It's like The
knockoff-
Sims.
It's a knockoff Legend of Zelda.
How can you
Probably.
do any
So
of these
back to-
things?
Back to this awesome airbrush Corvette. We need to see more airbrush stuff
Absolutely.
in both Lemons rallies and Lemons races. Just more Aztec princes being carried off by a conquistador, or spaceships on a lunar landscape, or
Jewish space
wizards,
lasers.
Jewish space lasers,
Yes.
Jewish?
Wizards.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
It's a Marjorie Taylor Greene reference, but
Oh.
yes.
Yes.
It's wizards. There just needs to be more
More
airbrush.
wizards. Absolutely. Speaking of, my brother has an airbrush, so maybe we can get him to get into it. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Can you do a wizard mural on the side of the next race car?
I'm sure he can.
Yes.
No, I doubt he can, but we can find
And
some.
a wizard in a Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and New Balances.
When you're at a
Man.
college, can't you find an art student?
Oh, I'm sure I can. No, they don't really have art students where I'm at.
I think I've probably got the best prospect of finding a talented, burned out, old hippie
Yeah,
airbrush
that's what you
guy.
need. I'm down the shore. I could find an airbrush guy, but they're gonna do like waves.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
On t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway, recent results, none.
None.
Upcoming race, none.
No.
iRacing results. I guess I'll do that. The Stankinator thanked us for bringing back the iRacing segment. We got nothing else to cover, but as soon as real races come back, Tyler, we're not doing it again anymore. I don't know, maybe not, probably. This Sunday they started at Lime Rock with the no pedal no wheel. Hesser held off Lady A for the no pedal no wheel victory.
Literally a second between them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a truly epic battle.
I think I was sanding walls. I missed it. I'm gonna butcher your name, and I apologize. Zhao Liu won from the humans and was second overall with Caius at night.
Kias.
Kias.
Sorry,
Kias at night.
that was, and I took out a sentence after I typed that up. It was the rest of the races. All of the available grid slots were filled by AI.
Yeah. It's humans versus AI.
Right.
Sorry,
And,
I thought I
so
said
they were running the Kias at night at Lime Rock.
Okay. So they were running Kias at Lime Rock in a night race.
Right.
Humans versus AI. Got it.
And then they did the same thing at Laguna with humans and Formula Vs and robots and Dolaris.
Yeah, I saw that. That would be cool. The robots in Dolaris must have run over them.
Yes.
It says here that Zhao edged out the Wartburger Thief Aaron on that race. And finally, it was iRacing Super Speedway, robots in TDIs with humans in NASCARs, which again, Zhao made the trifecta.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
good. That's fun.
Good job.
He's a very talented iRacer. We were a little worried because he got there a couple of months ago when he started showing up. We're like, oh, this guy's one of those serious iRacers, da 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 da. And he laughs and thinks the whole thing's funny. And when he gets surprised and all that kind of stuff, he just rolls with it. And then
Nice.
rather like Stank and Wartburger Thief Aaron and all those guys having fun with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. In our iRacing League, we ran the upcoming Lemons Race Enduro cars at Road America. iRacing correspondent Wartburger Aaron provided the results. Tyler S. taking the win at both races. Every Monday, you can race with us. It is 9 and 10 Eastern Standard Time.
Fingers crossed with the new hard drive on this computer. I might have enough room to get back to iRacing. So,
You best, because you got stuff to do.
yes.
Counts as points. Come on.
Cheap points. They're cheap points. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about losing the weight. I could do more hours on the thing anytime. Anyway, listener feedback time. With regard to last week's episode, Andrew Steer said, quote, Pagel rules. The How Not to Fail Tech is a superb document for distilling technical issues into something easy to understand. End quote. Wow. In fact, it's so good, he referenced it in medical device manufacturing and quality assurance. That's amazing.
He's also been texting me junk pics, which is awesome.
Wow. His junk or his cars?
We're talking about the same thing.
Oh, I'm
along.
sorry.
All right. Al Jones agreed. I've emailed Pagel multiple times over the course of building my car, and never once has he replied with good news. He's probably not like the guy, but instead I'm appreciative of how accessible and helpful he is. I'd rather fix it before the race and at the race. Wise words, Al. Wise
Totally.
words.
Everybody should. Cam Lopez showed us pics of the Cyan cage he was building while listening to Pagel. Erling took the time to wish us Merry Christmas from Sweden. How nice.
Yep, I wished it right back to him.
Wartburger Thief Aaron agreed that G-bodies can be made to handle. Corey added, this is true in the same way I did in the Omega Hotchkiss suspension. But in the realm of vacuum and cleaning inside your race car, he told us the tale of the first time he took the Mega on track. Dried up rat's nest and wasp's nest flew out of the cowl vents. As soon as I got on track, I had to deal with that for about 10 laps. Vacuum your junk out, folks.
Nice.
Yep, do it.
In a flashback, going back to our Seats for Your Butts episode, Tyler commented, thanks for all the advice in this and subsequent videos. I've been working on what to do for a seat in his MX-3 and listening to these 2 episodes on repeat. Man, if you have to hear the episode more than once, that must have been filled with lots of technical information. But he did say that he bought TJ sliders on eBay, and he's looking at the pictures, and he could tell that it's really going to work out a lot better than the stock parts, largely because they'll get his seat like 4 inches lower than it would have been with any others. Hey, and then the only other thing we say is put them on an angle so that the short people get higher. He's
heard it, I'm sure, because he listened to the episode enough times. I actually just yesterday ordered another set of sliders for the Civic, $40 shipped on eBay. It's like
nice.
Yeah, he said he sent me a set, and I said, "Oh, those are too much." And then I went back and looked, and it was free shipping. I'm like, "Oh, never mind, I was wrong." So yeah. Finally, Dana sent us, and really me, a link to a Gambler 500 build. And if you guys haven't clicked on this link, it's so cool. It is the shortest version. This guy took a Nissan hard body 4x4, pulled the cab and the bed off of it, and then mounted a Porsche 924 on there and built a bed and then turned the bed into an overlander style tent. It's awesome.
Excellent.
Are you sharing that? Because I have it up. Let me see here.
Go for it.
I can share. All right. It's kind of
Just
big
go,
on my
just go,
screen.
go right to the end.
Go right to the end. Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
Mhm.
Let's see, lots of weld pictures. Oh, 924. I like that. Oh.
If you're going to hack up a Porsche, 924 is a good choice.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Uh-huh.
924 off-roader thing so far.
Go to the end. Go to your
I'm enjoying it as I go. Hold on a
Yeah,
minute
but
here.
loading.
you've got people that are in their cars going to work, and all they're hearing is you going, oh.
Yeah, but look at that.
Jeff has have his ASMR channel later. Well, Jeff keeps going down, and the down keeps.
And the down keeps
Changing.
there.
There's a really good one that obviously someplace
Not the
in
Amish
Pennsylvania,
buggy.
yeah, not the
No.
Amish buggy.
You're not supposed to take
Okay.
pictures of them at all.
Come get me. It's going to be on the internet as soon as they find it.
Oh,
That
there we
one.
go.
Look at that thing. That is
What?
That's nice.
It's a
That's real
crusty
nice.
944 with a flatbed and a
924.
rooftop.
924.
924, sorry, with a rooftop tent stuck off of the back.
That's
if you're
pretty
gonna-
cantilevered.
if you're going to do this ridiculous overland tent crap, that's the way to do it. Not on your new $60,000 Tacoma, on a hacked up pickup with a Porsche mounted in the cab.
That's
That's good.
fantastic.
All right. Update on the Survive the 25. Why wait for all the stupid new year, new me crap that you know is coming? Make those upgrades now. Jeff is doing that along with the host of 5 other podcasts. Their goals are lose 25 pounds, read 5 racing books, and run 5 one-hour kart or sim events. We sent cookies to Bill this week as a form of happy, friendly sabotage. So we're doing our part, Jeff. How you living?
Not so bad actually. Friday. Today we were recording on Wednesday. Friday will be the end of the year, and I have already counted up the amount of times I have worked out since this began and the things like that. And I'm doing pretty well. I did not totally make myself a disgusting fool over Christmas. So we will see by the end of the week because a weigh-in will be ready. But I'm feeling like I have not totally destroyed the positive aspects that I made.
That's good.
So the 99 octane guy,
91 octane, but that's okay.
91 octane, it was something like down 13 pounds.
Yeah, he's doing better than me.
Okay.
I was not. I was kind of in the middle of the size of the people. So
Yes.
yeah, some of those bigger people are losing a lot less percentage.
Yeah.
But Jaime, on the other hand, he's about the same size as me. So
And to hear his friends tell it though, he has a strong addiction to everything with a drive-through.
good. Anyway, I'm doing well. I don't know how well because it's been a couple weeks since I weigh in, but we'll find out at the end of next week. Update next week.
You know who never makes a disgusting fool out of themselves over the holidays or
Oh.
the other 364 days a year? Chrissy's mom.
I guess. She's gonna say thank you.
Yes.
That's what she's doing, looking at her radio right now.
I hear
Yes.
she's a bit under the weather, so get well.
Oh,
Actually, yes, to everyone in the lovely Chrissy's
Matura and
mom's
extended.
clan, I would say, Matura clan. We do
Mhm.
wish you all a speedy and fast recovery.
They will not be listening to this anytime soon.
It's not like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, they don't feel like listening to our dumb podcast.
They're not wrong.
No.
Fair.
Hey,
Okay.
I was about to yell.
Chrissy gets a much better echo. It's
Does.
just so much funnier.
Because I'm in a big room.
I'm in a little room with lots of shit all over the place. But anyway,
Mhm.
if someone want to intro it, I'll intro it.
Sure.
So-
This is our New Year's goal. So we used to say resolutions, and then Chrissy said,
Oh, okay.
Fine. It's fine. Just let him go.
Cool.
"I
cool.
said I'll do it."
But Jeff was like, "Okay, I will."
I'll do it.
Oh, this
You
is
do-
what we're
okay.
doing. And then,
This is how it goes. Would anybody like to do this? I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah. There was no room for an answer, so I slipped it in there. All right. I saw the opening. I took it.
Okay.
Go
Go
for
ahead,
it.
do it. Go now. Go.
So this is our New Year's goals and our report card on how we did over 2021. We used to say resolutions, but Chrissy, and I credit you for this one. No. It's a goal. It's something you're aspiring to. So it's a
True.
much better phrase.
Got
The
it.
worst part of this is the report card where we look back at last year.
It's gonna
Yeah.
hurt. It's gonna hurt for everybody but Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still hurts.
Of his hurt. The words. He jinxed us. Anyway, we'll get there. Okay.
The important stuff, though.
First up, what'd you get for Christmas? I'll start us off. I got
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa, whichever you
among other
celebrate.
things. I got a 5 amp hour Makita battery because that's
Ooh.
always a
Yes,
wonderful
because
thing
your
to
other
get.
the other 3 are falling apart and you keep gluing them back together and you have to push it and you have to hold it together. This is
It's a bit
all
annoying.
unsafe, actually, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So
I'm not worried about the safety. I just think it's
Oh,
annoying.
okay. It is annoying.
Yeah. Got a sweet shirt for the new Civic and some socks.
Why are you not wearing the sweet shirt for the new
It's
Civic?
true.
in
It's
the
in the
laundry.
laundry,
Because I wore it.
like all the time.
He's wearing a sweet Civic shirt now. It's just an old Civic shirt.
You just can't see what it is.
You can't. No, you have to see it in the sunlight to see what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Oh well. Anyway, it was good. More Christmas coming this weekend.
Yes, socks. I got lots of socks. I think that's all I got was socks. Oh, I got some lifting gloves, but that's exactly what I did. Oh, I bought myself a pair of earrings. That's about what I got for Christmas.
You got more coming.
Okay.
Were
Cool.
you
We have-
let down by the shipping, or was this just, oh crap, it's the 24th, I should go buy something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I lack presents for the woman who just bought all the presents for the whole entire family, but that's okay.
You're not
Every time
alone.
I'm told we're keeping it small, and also,
And
anytime
all you
you
get
want
me is
something-
socks.
which is you asked for most
I
of them.
know. Why?
Ashley,
My
Anytime
my
on
wife
purpose.
asked for socks, and actually because she had trouble finding them thanks to the
Oh,
difficulty in
that's a
shipping
shame.
and things. So
Jeff, what you got?
anyway, me, I got clothes and dad stuff like gift cards to Home Depot, which I managed to buy a big new painting light and Harbor Freight and stuff like that. I got an M12 die grinder totally for my new hobby, which is cleaning the cars. It's like put the brushes on it because it's kind of like small. It's got like a smaller head than like the drill. So you do like the drill. Never mind.
Cleaning the
Good.
cars?
Cleaning cars,
impressive.
absolutely. My
Yeah.
my wife is like she's all
I'm sorry. Who is this talking?
no, don't get excited.
Okay.
Talking about like once a month, making sure everything's.
But you buy parts and toys
That's
and
like-
things to make your
Hold on a
That's
second.
like 12 times more than you did last year.
Someone's
What?
coming in. I got to put my mask on because I think they're a guest.
what?
All right, I'm back.
Wow. Wow.
Nice.
Somebody might beat you up on the street in that.
Only
No,
my
I'm just gonna-
podcast friends.
I'm just gonna push them really wide in every corner.
Right?
That's all.
Do
I'm
you want to
just-
explain what's going
I'm
on?
gonna wait. I'm
People
gonna wait for
watching,
you to go around the
listening.
corner because you're gonna
Jeff
hit
has
me.
his Max Verstappen hat and face mask of number 33
Wow.
on there.
Right.
Yep.
It even says Max Verstappen in.
on
Wow.
the seams inside the hat. Okay.
I hold on a minute. Let me take it off here. So I actually on Christmas Day I sent it to my Formula One friends who are not on the podcast, and I said, "You're the only one who's gonna like this because all of my podcast friends are Hamilton fans." And he went, "Boo."
I'm a Mercedes fan. I don't give a crap
Nothing
who's
wrong with
driving the
that.
damn thing.
I think Lewis is the best. I just really like Max, and
And I would have liked Max if it were for the last race because that wasn't fair.
he was not even close to unfair in the last race. Anyway, we're not going to go there. I'm just going to say that we both texted back and forth to each other. Checo's a legend. So
Facts.
True.
But again,
That is-
also, yeah. Everyone likes to forget about the old Mexican guy. All right. Thank you, Chrissy, for your suggesting on on our shopping episode because I got
No, I don't think it was.
Blaze,
I think it was me.
It was def not me.
It was me.
Blaze pods.
I'm excited by that.
Yeah.
Oh,
These
they
are
look
fun.
nice too.
Yeah, and I get like a whole app, and they are awesome. I've already played with them. These are great, like fitness routine things, but they also
You
help
should
with your hand-eye.
take a video, mental.
I
You take a video,
absolutely
put it
will.
on our YouTube.
Or
I
just
will totally do that. I will take a video of me working out with these things, and it will be embarrassing. and I'll put it on our tube. But
You don't
yes.
have to do that. I mean, just I'm interested to see how it works. You can send it to your friends and
Bring
not the
them.
whole internet.
So everyone can play at Chris and Chrissy's house.
I can absolutely do that. That's not a problem. So
Did you get anything else? You didn't get anything else? Just that?
Yeah, like work clothes and stuff like that. This was the big one. This is the one.
Yeah, you actually have to like dress not in a uniform for work for like the first time in your life, right?
Yes, and Vicky got tired of my khakis that are all like 15 years old, because why would I buy khakis?
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, some much more fashionable chino style things, and and then some actual, work casual-ish shoes. So, yes.
Cool.
Awesome.
Great.
Next topic.
So that's how we did. We hope that your Christmas was happy and rewarding, but we're going to talk about what was the best thing this year. These are very similar to last year, but it's a good centering of the discussion. Chris, what was the best thing for you this year?
Really happy we got the boat like done and used it a whole lot. That was really nice after how much effort and soul crushing there has been on that
That's what it
project.
was. Yes.
Chris, you could have left it because a blind man on his way to Baltimore would not have noticed.
That's true, but
When we get
But Chris would have, and
we
I'm
get to our last
I'm
year's
sharply
goals.
sighted on the way to Massachusetts. And
We get to our last year's goals. I actually took Chrissy's, just copied and pasted on there, and it literally says, the
Yep.
boat.
begrudgingly, yes, that's what it says next to it. Yes. I love that sentiment. But I also said that I really like working from home. I mean, I don't know if it's like the best thing this year, but I was also thinking about the times where we were able to work from other places. So we could go to beaches. We went to the Hamptons, we went to Massachusetts, and we could keep working. And I did, truthfully, actually, unless we were actually taking a half day, but we ended up working at other places. And I've gone into the office, 5, 8 times this year, maybe. And it sucks. So I'm really like,
nobody likes going to the office.
I used to
Mental,
do
do you like going to the office? No.
I used to do
my job, but yeah, if I could do it from home, I totally would.
right. I mean, I can. And so that's when I go into my office, it's 36 miles one way, and it used to be in a ton of traffic. And so I've gone the last couple times to go get, to clean out my office, because I don't plan on going back there. When I do, I won't have a desk. So I really enjoyed working from home.
For those of you who might not remember, because it's been a long time since Chrissy and my wife both commuted to work, but they commute past each other. Like, we live about an hour and a half apart, and you go like my wife goes 90 minutes this way, and you go like an hour this way.
Mm-hmm.
And on 422sucks.com, Jen is so waiting, because by the end of the week, she will find out if she will be teaching in person or not.
They won't go. They'll call it the whole thing. Well,
no. It'll be some amount of time.
Yeah, right.
A couple of weeks or something like that. So she's a college professor, for those of you who don't know. So they might start the semester remote, and she is like, anytime I don't have to go over the goddamn bridge through Philly.
Yeah. Fortunately, the traffic is better now, but it's still not good. So it's really, let's hope. That's what we hope. Jeff, there's no surprise in yours.
I've lost her end. Yeah. I was like literally going, what did I do this year? I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. I bought like a car that I love, and I still love every second of it. And it's still treating me very well, and have gotten even harder and harder and harder to find as the weeks go on. So I'm really glad I got the one that I did, and I'm really glad I picked it up used. And I'm really glad at the price, because they are insanely priced, and people are waiting an extremely long amount of time, and like Hyundai dealers are putting $10,000 and $15,000 on top of the stickers now. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Mhm. Yep, sure is.
So yeah, I mean, I worked at home. I had to go to the office most of the time, but I went to work, and everybody stayed healthy, and Josh is becoming a teenager, and we went to PRI. It's been a good year. It hasn't been the great year, but because COVID's still around and stuff, but it's been a great year.
I think just with the overall challenges we've all faced this year, we've all been a little bit more grateful for the little things, like just being able to go to the lake and being able to go to the Cape and just hanging out with your significant other. That's a good point. I initially put on there having a roof that actually works as a roof, because it's rained a couple times, and I think
Small joys, right?
I
Small.
think my
I mean,
roof
it's a
goes where
large
it's supposed to-
joy, but
yeah. But I actually, as I sat down to get ready for this, and this is I'm drinking Desert Door, which is a Texas Sodal, which is a it is like
It's a
tequila. and that
pretty
it's
little blue
made-
bottle.
It is. It is made from a plant, and it's made the same manner as tequila, but it's not tequila. And that is a bribe from Judge Phil, because he was a driver at Sonoma, and it was great just talking to him, because he was just there being Phil. And it was this wonderful kind of circular moment where this whole ridiculous hobby is just kind of come back to this thing. And that was just, it was an absurdly joyful moment of, wow, this has been a really strange journey. I remember looping the Honda right before the green flag all those years ago at Summit Point. And as they threw the
I
green
remember
flag,
that. Chris, do you remember that?
Yes, I did.
I believe what Phil said to you was, if you don't cut it out, you're going to be on the trailer in an hour.
No. Phil goes, what the hell are you doing? Half this crap's going to blow up in an hour.
Yep.
But it just, we get wrapped up in ourselves, and we miss just these great little fun, interesting moments where, no one would have seen that coming 12 years ago.
No. So before we go on, I want to say, sound check. Mental, get closer to your mic. Jeff, back away from your mic.
My
Because
dog is cutting off
there's a
my
difference.
circulation, so I'm leaning. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure, no problem.
Now, aside from the sound check, Chris, what are you most excited about next year?
Really excited to get the new Civic done, and hopefully the return of the Z. I don't know, Jeff. What do you think?
And
about that?
Please don't hold your breath.
When you wrote that, it could have gone either way, because there's a new Z coming out and a new Civic.
That's true. Yep. Those not
don't
the
hold
ones I
your
was
breath.
thinking about.
You will die.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of months still. So
Oh yeah, no, I
Don't
can't work
hold
on
your
that side.
breath.
I'm just hoping this year,
Sometime.
Yeah.
this year.
I am very confident this year. I'm not 100% confident it will be the Z that is still in my yard.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I told you there's $1,000 right down the road.
I
Rust
get them
free.
closer, cheaper. Not as rust free, I'm sure, but
Chrissy,
Uh,
how about
don't
you?
spend $2,000 transporting $1,000 car. That's not good economics.
Hopefully a little bit more travel. I would love to be able to get out of the house. As much as I say that I love working from home, I don't leave the house much. So yes, and hopefully with a little less concern. More booster shots. Leave the house. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say ditto to the Chris and Chrissy show, because I want the Z back, and I would really like to travel. The only really travel not we the podcast, but me and my family have done was when I went to PRI. So hopefully we'll all get to go on a vacation or something this year.
That'd be nice.
Oh. I'm really geeked for, fingers crossed, we don't know what this year is going to bring. Le Mans. The press accreditation site is not built. If you go there, it takes you to the 2020 site. But I am embracing that we lose nothing by failing. So yes,
Sure.
write those articles,
I know.
get them
I just
published,
forgot
and
about.
let's get ourselves some press passes to Le Mans.
Okay. Well, let's try anyway, and they can laugh at us, and we can say, okay.
And it's still going. Have a great time.
Yep. Okay. Talking about what is interesting in the car community. Chris, got nothing?
I don't really know. Nothing.
The only thing that came, well, this
You're
is
not
not
even gonna
even,
say like the Acura Integra.
Eh,
You weren't
That's-
interested in it. You were like, eh.
like that's very nice. I don't know. Whatever.
I-
The home electrification.
You guys go
concepts.
first. No,
All right,
don't
I'll go.
care.
Trucks. It's all about trucks this year. Big ones, electric ones, small ones. The Hummer, the Rivian, the Lightning. Joe Byron, ding dong, this is the best thing ever. I thought that was just pretty awesome to see. I didn't expect electrification to really go that direction, but it totally makes sense. Did not expect the Rivian to be real. Like, that just seemed like vaporware to me. The fact that they're getting delivered is insane. And then the Maverick and the Santa Cruz, the little trucks. I hope the little trucks stay around because I think they're awesome.
I decided not to take this route because I don't actually care about most of these things. With the actual car community, I decided that I was very, this past year, well, whatever. I liked this year in F1. I thought it was more interesting
It's
than
a
years
great
past.
year.
Yeah, well, but it was different and interesting because we have more people, more players in the players, more players.
Because it wasn't just
Trying to win.
Hamilton win, Hamilton win, Hamilton
That's what
win.
I'm getting at. Yep.
Yeah.
And before the era of Hamilton, it was always Ferrari ran, no passing, nothing interesting. That was, yeah. So they're working on that. Learning this at PRI, I think one of the interesting thing that you're going to see, it's going to pay dividends in the car community, is the adaptability of these racing venues all across the country to non-racing events. The fact that people could go there and do gatherings or 10Ks or the color runs or festivals, and I think that is going to, I don't think it's going to pay off in big numbers, but I think you're going to still see an uptick in automotive interest because people are like, oh, what else is going on here? Is that donk drag racing you're having next week? Why I should bring the whole family out here because I could buy a $7 Bud Light. Chrissy?
I think this is new. So I noted this in the Jeff Geeks Out at all of the stats session that we went to. And I was thinking about, this is not new. Like NJMP has every weekend,
circus, right?
It's got food trucks. It's got, there's racing going on, but there's also there's Porsche Day. So it's, it's racing, but they've got, food trucks and then Porsche Days on one thing and motorcycles on the other. And you can hear the motorcycles and you're like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. But you already I don't. And then they had the running race at Thompson while we were there, right? They're like, get off the track. We were walking when there was people running on the track. So,
or New Hampshire with Pumpkin Chuck and they've got bicycle races on there.
And JMP did the Spartan race or whatever.
And I agree with everything you're saying, but we're talking road courses, which, as we also learned, is only 12% of the racetracks. I think when you start talking about drag strips and your friendly little paved dirt ovals,
or not paved dirt as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think there's something in there, and yes, I've seen that, but even that's a relatively, I'd say, recent 5 years development that tracks are doing non-racing stuff.
Yep.
We were even surprised back when we were talking about RC cars in the middle of the Rona with Uncle Dave that they were running them at Wall Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
cool.
Why would a car racetrack run an RC race? Like, to us, that sounded crazy at the time.
To them, they're like, we need money.
Right. And it worked for them. So yeah. So no, I agree. I think it's good. And while I was literally thinking of this while they were talking, because I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, but I'm sure it's getting bigger and it's another way to get, if not to get people racing, for the tracks to get money when there's nobody standing in the field that's in between the two tracks. They've got people in both tracks, but if they can get somebody else to come to a food truck, then people will just come in the door. And they may not care about the track. Like they may not care that it's the racetrack, but they're like, hey, it's 15 minutes down the road. Let's go get a burger at the food truck that's gonna be sitting out there.
Or the gastro pub with the pool for some reason.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. And
throwing.
Yeah. All of which keeps the lights on at our favorite racetracks.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. Agreed.
Totally.
Okay. Let's think about this year.
Right.
Accountability for before we get to this year. Accountability for last year's goals. This is the part where the bill comes due, baby. We go back and we read what we wrote last year, and then we check ourselves or wreck ourselves on what we said. Let's start with the actual person who may have accomplished some of the items. Chris, how'd you do?
Okay, not great. First one was have 2 decent working race cars, use them both regularly with no major failures or crashes.
There's the there's the barb right there.
There's a hard fail for one.
I
car.
mean, he
A
just
real hard
I
fail.
can't believe you wrote that.
And,
Where's your trombone?
How to get the trombone out?
I knew that was a stretch goal. But yeah.
Where's
Well,
my trombone?
I feel like as you go through that list, it's that infamous bit from that they use on the Lemons wrap-up videos of "I'm going to get you suckers." Like, have duties at working race cars. Yes. Use them both regularly. Yes.
Well,
With no failures or crashes. Yeah.
A solid win for the other race car though. Mazda ended up being a
Absolutely.
champ. Really.
Mhm.
So finish the boat again. Done. Sell the Citroen and MG really halfway there. That's okay. We'll call that a minor win. Do some house
a
exterior
minor
work.
win. I'm calling that a major win.
Yeah. Do some house exterior work. I did some. Need to do more. Take the NSX on a trip. No, Chrissy drove it.
Chrissy
a
gets
lot
that
this
one.
year.
Yeah.
Chrissy did,
I didn't really go anywhere. I drove it to the doctor once for my flight physical, and I drove it to work once. That's the grand extent of the times I've driven the NSX this year.
Mhm.
Yep. It still went up in value $5,000.
Probably more. This
Yeah,
part.
Well done.
We watch them.
Yeah. I want to take the MSF 1, maybe 2. Nope.
You didn't do
Um,
MSF one?
Just didn't bother to sit down and do it.
Ah.
More consistently braking later. Yes.
good.
Success.
Yeah.
I think you guys who rode with me in the car can attest. I'm holding till late. Yeah.
Is there a lot of
made
is
me
there a
go
lot of
later.
this like, are they trying to do the Flintstone brakes on you?
Nope.
I mean,
Chris?
I do that anyway.
Nope.
I
I'm
know
like
he's
going,
gonna.
I can wait till then. Yes, I will. Sometimes.
No.
Excellent.
And being able to run again, we'll call that partial success, because I was able to successfully run several times and my ankle is no longer bothering me all the time. So
Very good.
Very great.
great.
Okay.
Chris,
Same house. Go.
Stay in great shape. Yes. All over the place. Did a pretty good job. I work out a lot. Keep it a priority. I still work out a lot. Get better with driving cars that are not the Honda. I'm going to call that a partial. My goal was my thought was driving the Z when I wrote this, and that's gone. I did drive the Porsche at Buttonwillow. So I got a little better at driving that car. It was, could do better, but I need to get better. So I've had a small experience to be able to say that I started it, but I didn't do as much as I could. Brake later. I don't know. I don't even know if I can say that I did that one. So I'm going to probably say partial, but no. And then the boat, boat begrudgingly is what the words say. Yes.
But now, when you've been out there enjoying the boat on those lovely afternoons, when you rescue that poor family in the rented pontoon, was it like, okay, this was totally worth it?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool.
I mean, it's been a year. It's been 2 years since the bad times.
I was going to say, you
So it's like-
used it when it wasn't done. Like
Yes.
you didn't wait. And that's probably the best thing you ever did was say, like, instead of just going right into sanding it again,
No.
you used it all the summer with its slightly janky finish. And then you did it again the next winter.
Yes.
And it
Metzel,
looks
go
great
ahead.
now.
You're up next.
So I put on there that I was looking forward to, and I had working races, doing some more judging, and I was looking forward to that. I did not realize how much fun it would going to be. It's a whole different world of just entertainment and learning and enjoying stuff and getting to see how people that we know are really smart, how truly smart they are. Watching actual Pagel at work, watching Eric Rude at work, actually doing the things, understanding why Dale and Ken are the way they are and how they do things and what their ultimate goals are. Mike Ritter, all those guys. It was just incredible. I hope to balance that this year with a little more racing. We'll see. I said that I wanted to build a paddock, and that is an epic effing fail. I've gathered a few things, but I have done nothing to build a paddock. I also wanted to try and do some sort of a sprint race. No, if I can knock some things out of my project list, I want to try that one again. I am signed up for a couple of vintage auto racing events, so we're hoping that'll happen. Fitness, and unlike Chrissy, I have gotten worse. I've maintained some fitness. I'm still better than most 50-year-olds, but this new job, I have not been able to establish a routine, and I have to address that. And the last thing on there is I had this short diatribe. I actually listened to it I was very scared going into 21. My employment was not certain. I did not know what was going to happen. It was a genuinely frightening time. And I'm going to say, despite the things that have been happening this year nationally and people that I care about's lives, this has been a really fulfilling year. Just going out there and stop being afraid of things and just embracing life. I'm very fulfilling. So I think if I look back on this, I'll consider this one of the better times of my life. One of the things that I used to grapple with, and we've had these conversations at the track, is I'm closer to most of you to not being able to race anymore. There's just going to come a time when if I do get into a race car, it's 20 minutes that somebody's giving me because they're not competitive and they're just being nice. Mental used to race. He'll be fine. And I see that happen at the track, and it's great when it happens. But it was like, what am I going to do when I can't do the thing that I love anymore? And now I see my racing life when I'm not actually driving the car anymore. And it's actually, I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm not jumping into it. I'm not leaning, and I am not getting out of a race car any sooner than I have to, but it's not scary. So if you're listening to this and we've talked, and I just talked to you about nothing, we talked about jambalaya, or we talked about your dogs or whatever, anytime virtually or meet space this year, and we've just had any sort of a discussion, you have helped me, and I thank you for that.
Nice. Sorry. Just as it got to me, I got a frog in my throat. This is what was on my list, and you're going to find a theme here. Finish and develop the Z into a consistent car.
If I had a trombone, I would use it.
Yes. It was good while it lasted, and it probably will come back in some form or another. It is. Yeah, there it is. So move towards my garage project, which is I need a detached building because I have no garage. And I said, finish the purchase of the house, design, price. Nothing towards that, not even a sausage. Last year at this time, I said I will buy a new car this year. Something zoomy, something
Ta-da.
small, something with a stick. Still loving every
Yay.
minute of it. Yeah.
Much so that you're cleaning it, which is,
I
don't
know.
know if our
What?
Astounding to all of us.
What?
Yes.
if our listener base can wrap their head around it.
I can't wrap my head around it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Moderately clean. I'm not crazy like you people.
Yet.
Yeah, no, it never will be.
No.
Electric and winch in the trailer. Still didn't happen. Goddamn Z's in the way now, so.
Can you buy electric and winch?
I have a winch. I have all the electric stuff to put in it. I mean, I still need to buy a box and a few other
But
things.
a
But
trailer jack is what he got. So you're thinking of.
oh yeah,
that's what I am
did put
thinking of.
I did put the trailer jack, the electric.
Sorry,
trailer
that's
jack.
not what you meant. You
No, I
wanted to
meant
make it like ours.
Lights and
Oh.
have a winch.
Yeah, no.
You know, because in case someone crashes the car, you can winch it in.
You don't need a winch.
Instead of having to push it in with the head of lemons.
If
I
you
don't know
had
how
some
that
way to
happened.
plug it in, that would be a start.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Anyway,
It didn't get done.
didn't get done. It didn't get done because somebody crashed the gosh darn car. That's really what it is. Like, but anyway, so travel and race. I did go to PRI. I don't know. That's half a win. I didn't actually travel for a race. I missed the True 24 and the Sonoma because of work obligations. I could have traveled at that point, but COVID.
Also,
really,
the butt was
that's
way
what I
too
meant.
much
The butt.
fun.
I said Sonoma. I meant the butt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, work obligations. They just hit at the wrong time. Get Josh and Jen to the track because Jen was watching more races. She has continued to watch races and things, but thanks to COVID and not having a car all summer to go to track days, we didn't go to any track days. Real 24, see above. New track, new series, see above. Instructor level up again, see above. That's gonna crash over. I did go to the track day. I did level up, I guess. But that was in the new car, and it really wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be. Literally, the Veloster was 6 days old when I went to the track day, and I wasn't ready. But we'll carry that one over because it's still going to happen. And then don't fall down. As anyone can remember, every year I say to myself, don't fall down. And I'm trying to get all 365 days without falling down. I made it to the spring last year, which is not a good year. Usually I make it into the summer or into the fall. So yeah, starting next week, I'll be making sure not to fall down.
That was at our house where you fell down that first time with the drill press.
The drill press, right?
Yes,
that's right.
We were caging the Mazda.
That was like scary, like
Yep.
the rain, and it was that was bad.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
forgot
just
that
like
it was
trip.
there. I remember that I did it in the spring, so it must have been like March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the garage floor was slippery. You fell
How did
down.
totally forget that.
I tried
knew
to
it was
catch you. I tried to catch the drill press when it fell down. Yeah,
we should tell everyone because people might not have remembered. So we cage like inside and outside of the garage, and it started pouring, and we started moving all of the electronic things back into the house, like the drill press and the chop saw and all kinds of things like that. And I slipped, like leaping into the garage and almost knocked over the entire drill press on top of me.
No, you
you
knock
did.
over the whole
It
drill press.
fell
No,
all
it didn't.
down.
It didn't hit me. It
I
fell,
think
but
it fell somewhere between you and I. It definitely fell, and
it grazed me.
okay. You slid more with
Oh,
that,
it
or
was
you
bad.
it was bad. This
It
was
was
this
bad.
was not just like a trip and fall down
No.
on the
And
sidewalk. or the,
thank God Chrissy kept her fitness goal to be able to catch that massive drill press.
She did.
That's nothing. I move it
cut-
all the
yeah.
time.
It's heavy.
Yeah,
Anyways.
moving it, but when it's already in motion and you are altering its
I
trajectory.
also like it. I just
Doesn't
wanted to
that
catch
thing weigh
it so it didn't
doesn't
fall
weigh as
down.
much as you,
Jeff
if
already
not
fell
more?
down.
Yeah.
I gotta catch it.
It was coming at my head.
Yep.
She like Superman. I'll save you, Lois. Anyway, yes. Don't fall
All right.
down.
Good luck.
Someday I'll get it all 365. Let's move on to what we're gonna do next year.
I'll
Who's
go.
starting?
This is going to be pretty similar. Get the Civic done and sorted. Okay. Try for a B in the Mazda.
That's
B
gonna be
class.
fun.
Ooh,
I-
that's it. That's and we know B is hard.
Yep.
The car's got it in it. It's just you know, perfect buy. See the lottery ticket. Actually drive a Z with a V8 on track.
Might as well just add this for the next
Yeah.
how many 100
Yeah.
more shows. Just add it.
Continue to use the boat regularly. That was fun. Sell the MG after fixing it. Do the house exterior work I didn't do this year. Lemons rally the Corvette, then sell it.
And all the work you did on the vet was on neither of yours list because you didn't know that thing was coming. So that's an
Nope.
accomplishment.
Sure.
MSF
Yes.
level 2 is going to be at Pit Race NASA this year, so that's a great time. to do
Ooh.
that
Oh, you know
they
what?
don't
If
have
we're
those
gonna
very
go, we
often.
gotta sign up. If we're gonna go,
Soon. Okay, yep.
because there's a.
It'd be fun to go to a Grid Life event like the Lime Rock one, perhaps,
Oh my gosh! Everybody wants to go to the Ram Rock event.
and
fun.
run a little more outside than I did this year.
That's fun. My list is short for some reason. I guess some similar things that Chris added, but try for the B in the Mazda. As much as I say that, and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There was so
Then-
much
then-
stress.
Then you
What?
want to watch the video of winning at Thompson. You're like, well, we can do it again, right?
Like a bad dream.
Whew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, it's the same as last year, getting more cars that make me uncomfortable. So I just need to find things that aren't the Mazda, aren't the Honda. I mean, the Honda is going to be a little different, and it's going to take getting used to of how to drive a good car that goes straight when you drive and straight when you brake. That's going to be weird. And
Hey,
great.
so if you're running an East Coast Lemons event, you've got something that's loud, maybe a little challenging to drive. And
Janky. Rear wheel drive.
Let's say janky adjacent. Rear wheel drive, definitely. And you're looking for a competent driver who is not going to use up or wad up your car. Wander by the three pedal Mafia.
That's a lot. See, that's a lot of pressure. And
No,
I don't.
It's not. It's totally not. Wander by the three pedal Mafia. Talk to Chrissy. I think you'd be putting your car in good hands.
Okay.
Good hands, absolutely.
This is what makes me uncomfortable. And then I'm just not going to drive very fast because I'm be like, this is somebody else's car. It's that they have to get in. And I'm
someone else's car.
You didn't say go fast. You said get in cars that make you uncomfortable, which means the car will be safe and you'll be safe. It's fine.
Someone else's car should not be driven at 10/10 no matter who you are.
I mean,
Pretty
sure.
high.
I barely drive cars at 10/10. So
Randy
there's that.
Popes, I'm talking to you.
Well, sure. So not a car thing, but along with the strength, continue working out a lot, but I'm going to practice meditation because I've been reading up on it and it is something that is good for you. And I don't do it so well. So I think it's going to be helpful and I'm going to do that. And then a lot of the things stolen from Chris. So we need to finish some outside housework, like all over the house, front, back, all of it needs to be done. And basically we were like, yeah, we could finish the porch out there. I was like, or we can go to the beach, take the boat out. We could take a nap.
Duh. Yeah.
So we haven't. So yes, that's got to be on our list this year.
I didn't go to the beach once this year.
That's a shame because you live
It
like
is.
close.
I know.
You
And my
see
wife
it,
has
like-
gone many times.
Oh,
Not many, several.
I didn't go to the beach either. Don't miss it.
You live in the desert.
Okay.
It's
Next.
all the beach. You live in the worst beach ever. There's no ocean.
That's why it's not a
Worst-
beach. A beach implies
Worst
water. Yes.
beach.
Anyway, let me go because mine is terrible and sad. I'm going to lose 25 pounds.
You're
Okay.
You got a good jump on it. You're there. You're in the right direction.
You have to keep
Walk
going.
Keeping going is not going to be the problem. I think getting there because I was hoping to be a lot closer by New Year's. So we'll see.
We're counting on you to represent us. So
Yeah.
you have to do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep
Faster.
sending cookies to everyone else.
Yeah, it's not really the problem. But anyway, I will buy the house, build the garage, prep, stuff like that. I'm actually a lot closer, even though I accomplished nothing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because some of the behind the scene things have changed and it's a lot easier these days. So I really am a lot closer. One of the things that actually got in the way was just the lumber prices got insane last year.
Yeah,
so there was
Mhm.
no way that I was going to like price out an outbuilding in the middle of, sheets of plywood costing $250. So get the Z back and sorted. I mean, that's really probably number one. I would love to do instructor school with NASA. I might actually do that with Mid-Atlantic or one of the other groups, just because it's going to be easier, a lot closer, things like that. Yeah, I definitely want to like get a lot closer to instructor. Finish all the painting and the new floors and everything. The new floors are done, but like I have to finish the steps and like the transition. So it's like it's all the little fine detail stuff now. So that's really what we got to do. I want to run, race, or instruct with a new sanctioning body. I said that last year, so this is a carryover, but Grid Life coming to our area makes that a lot more possible. Get Jennifer the Tesla or a new car or a new job or something, or why not both, and all of the above. Of those of you who remember, we did a Tesla test drive this year and we're hooked. It's just about when it's going to be the right time to do it. And it is not the right time to order a new car right now. So, yeah. And she doesn't know what she's doing with her job and might look for a new job. So sort all that stuff. Maybe she starts a doctorate and then she keeps the job. We just get her tab. We'll figure it out. And yeah, don't fall down again. I'm going all the way.
All right. Start it.
Mental. What do you got?
I would like my house to stop being a construction zone. And
Yeah, so would my
That would
wife.
be-
I would like it to be a house again.
About his job, his house. Your wife is mad that his house is a construction.
No, my wife is mad. That's why she's like, just finish it. Stop sanding. It's close enough.
So
Oh, no.
we've made progress on that. Yeah, but it's just one of those things, the infamous while you're in there itis. So, flooring and all this other stuff that's going with it.
Project creep happens in houses too.
It is. It does. And on that subject of project creep, I'd like the 928 to be functional. I'm not trying to make this a collector's car, just fun, but that falls into a greater idea of more toys and less projects. The things that I own should not be introducing stress into my life. They should be introducing goofball fun, no matter how stupid they are. So I would like to, even if I get it all running and it all breaks again because it just needs this one little thing, not an entire rebuild. That is still a broken toy or a fixable toy rather than a project. But the RV needs to get dejankified. I've got notebooks of plans. I'm cursed with great imagination and terrible execution.
Oh,
It's
I
my
don't think
trailer
you.
right there.
I
I
don't
have
think
all
you-
the stuff. I keep buying stuff on Wish, and I keep like, oh, I'll need that someday for the trailer. I just put that.
And it's great because
Right.
it'll show up when you're ready to use it in 8 months.
Yes,
Wish.
yeah, from Wish. Yeah.
LED lights from Wish, man, they're the cheap. They're so inexpensive. Go on.
No, they just don't show up. Is what my
They'll
what
show
I'm
up.
saying.
Fact.
Okay.
I need to get that trailer. That trailer right now is basically storage for a 914 that I'm getting rid of. I have found someone who wants one of my 914s, actually needs one of my 914s. So
Give them all of them.
that'll clear some space off of that. And and these next two are going to be contrarian, but there is a path in there. I would like to travel less for my racing, and just start. There's a lot of stuff that happens here locally, and it doesn't have to be with. I think all of my Lemons involvement on the West Coast is probably going to be wearing my robe, and I am totally fine with that. It's a great crowd out here. It's a ton of fun. And if you see me, just understand that I'm really having fun, even though I'm talking to you for the 4th time because you won't stop spinning your car. But there's lots of other stuff, and it doesn't have to be endurance racing. There's track days and things like that. I have some things in the works. The Omega is probably coming to live with me forever. And that is going to, as I have threatened for eons, it will probably never go to another Lemons race. It will do nothing but embarrass Corvettes. Oh, did you just get passed by a 76 Oldsmobile? And because the way Corey has it, I can actually tag it and drive it to work in Nevada. I'm so excited. That's coming. But in contrary to that is being able to travel. I did get to see you guys this year, and it was great. But I miss being a 3-Pedal Mafia team member, even if it's not every race, even if it's just 1 or 2. There's just I don't even know if there's a word for it, but a sense of just deep calm, even in the absolute nightmare thick of it, when we're trying to rebuild a boat while a bunch of drunk naked guys rebuild a Firebird 3 stalls down. That comes from a 3-Pedal Mafia weekend that I have not gotten that this year. I've had a great time. I enjoyed our time at Pit Race. I enjoyed our time in New Hampshire. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, but it's not the same as being invested in the outcome of the race.
Oh, because
So,
you couldn't jump in our projects. When we had something to do, you had something else to do.
Mhm.
So even though we were in the same space, we weren't teamed up.
No. And I mean, it was awesome hanging out and stuff like that. But when the Mazda was breaking, broke the 2 suspension bits at New Hampshire, I'm like, just suddenly deep inside of me, I'm like, oh, grab a wrench and start. Oh, you can't do that. You've got a problem over here you have to go deal with. So it might be one of those things where I'm showing up on Saturday morning, or getting somebody to coyote me into a race so I can get a yellow wristband. But that's my goal is yeah. Like everyone who listens hasn't done that, but just reconnecting with my roots, if you will, of the old school 3-Pedal Mafia. So, part of that, getting out there and wrenching on something in January.
Very exciting.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Tune
Real
in
quick.
next year. Let's see how we do.
I was going to say real quick, Would anybody like to raise their hand and laugh specifically at anybody else's goals?
That's awful. Why? You're not supposed to. We're supposed to be
No.
encouraging.
Ooh.
Okay, how about that? Would anyone like to challenge anyone else to something that wasn't on their list?
Fix the scene.
Oh. That's
But
But
on
that's
the
on the
list.
list. I said something that's not on
mean,
the list.
That's dumb. It's on your list, but
Can we put it on there a couple times?
It's already on there a couple times. I talked about it like 3
know.
times. Don't worry, it's on the list.
I mean, it's on
That's
the
why
list.
they're worried. That's
Last year it was Finish the Z. Did it get finished? Yes.
It got fit. Yes.
I-
Okay.
fact.
I'm gonna challenge Mental a little bit. It's something
Ooh.
that's already on his list, but I'm gonna push him harder.
Damn it. I hate it when you do this because now I'm gonna fucking do it.
Down to one project car. One
Ooh. All right. Now, because I'm
project car. Not
Oh.
toy. If it's done, it's a toy. If it's
right.
I have bits and plans and this and that. One. I think your life will be better and you'll be happier.
I agree that I will be. Yeah, I agree with both of those. All right, I'm gonna take that challenge and I am adding it to the notes because that's how I made the notes for this show. Was I went and dug up last year's episode. So, all right, I like it. That is an excellent challenge car. Are we challenging for things
Yeah,
that are
whatever.
on the list now?
Whatever.
Sure, whatever.
Chrissy,
I liked what Chris did because he kind of modified something that was on the list and
I
made
like
it
it.
more specific.
I like it. Chrissy,
Yes.
I would like you to drive 2 cars that are not yours
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Not going to specify a layout or a format. It could be at a track day
Okay.
or a different
They could
different
both
series.
be Bills. I mean, you know.
No, that's
Actually,
like
that's kind of
27 of
easy.
them.
That's pretty easy to do. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. Hey, Alan, maybe offer
No,
Chrissy
no.
a shift
No,
in the Mustang.
I don't want to
No.
die.
Drive.
Do I want to die? Do you
No.
want me to die?
You said mildly janky earlier, Mental.
Uh,
And I care about my safety because I know.
Hey, that
Oh,
Mustang hasn't
I've seen
killed
that.
anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
shouldn't be on the track.
Yeah.
The TR never killed anybody. Does that mean I should be driving it?
the
No.
TR was fantastic. Bite your tongue.
No, the TR was
because you were
meth.
that close
The
to
TR,
death.
the TR was
Yeah, that-
meth on wheels.
Yeah.
See.
And here's the thing, and this is how I know it's meth, because I would drive that car tomorrow and scare the crap out of myself before I was out of the paddock.
No.
All
See,
right,
I'm
but no,
looking
two-
around and saying so.
two
Oh, go on.
different cars, two
Got it.
different. Yeah, just
It's on
that
there.
are yeah. That's a great one.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at Chris's list because I want to give him something because that's the way, you know, if we all have one for someone else, and I'm focusing on the MG.
I think
I
that's a great
think-
focus.
I think it's going to be a lot harder for you to sell the MG than you think. Not because
Ooh.
someone doesn't want it, because I think it's going to be just harder for you
This is what my mom
to
thinks
get it off
all the
the
time.
list.
My mom says that's
Because
why it still lives
it
in the
just
garage.
has to get pushed up the priority list.
No.
Because
I
Something else
think
keeps coming.
I think you're waiting for perfection. And I think ripping the Band-Aid when it's not 100% or you're not getting every penny or you're not having everything perfect.
Ooh, what if
is the problem.
what if we
Fair.
quantify it, and feel free to reject us if we say if it's not fixed by October, you just sell it anyway.
And then I'm leaving so much money on the table. that-
You are, but clearly, if it's not
and
fixed by
making it harder
October,
to sell.
if it's not fixed by October, it has come down
I'm
to
not going to
your-
put a
your-
date on it.
Well,
I'm
I-
gonna
I just-
say-
let me finish my thing here.
Okay, go on.
Is if we set a date to it, then clearly what has happened is, yes, while you're leaving money on the table, you have underestimated the value of your time.
Yeah, if I have it, it's not going to take me all that long. But right
That's
now,
but the Civic. Like, do we
But-
want a new
Right.
race
That's
car?
That's a Jeff and Mental kind of
But
thing
the-
right there.
but-
We don't
well,
expect that from you.
it's the priority. It's always the
is.
lowest priority.
Yes.
Yeah.
does.
There's a lot of other things on here that are priority, and
Then
I would like a race car.
Right. This year, it's okay. Once the Mazda was done, great. Like, okay, fantastic. Oh, now here's a Corvette. Okay. All right. I don't want a non-running Corvette sitting around. Like, I got to get running.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
take
No,
But
no,
I
I
just
totally
put
get
it in
that.
Gotta get that
storage
right.
and make it go
Like,
away.
and
your
then,
plan
then
for
the Z's broken,
yeah.
and then like I
Your-
repainted the boat again in the spring. Got that done
your
too.
plan for rallying the Corvette is brilliant. You should totally execute that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
but the
I think
idea
it's
was
done.
we needed to
Rally
get
and
it
sell. Rally and sell.
right, but we needed to get it up to rally and sell.
Oh, it is honestly, it's better than rally. That thing, someone is going to buy that car and have a collector's 84 Vet. Now we'll all chuckle at the notion of that, but that thing's going to a Cars and Coffee, and someone is going to brag about that car.
I mean, it went to the
Yeah.
local car show and we had more people sitting in it than the NSX. And I was annoyed because I was like, this is a supercar. Why don't you care about this? And the kids were coming over and they were all like, ooh.
Well, because
90
also
and
you let the
84
kids sit in the Corvette because we don't care. Where it's like when anyone gets too close to the NSX,
I
it's
did.
like don't touch.
Yeah, right.
All right. I think we all
I
have
like
a
that, Jeff.
challenge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
All right. All right. That was a like a last minute addition. I hope I didn't throw anybody off.
You did, but it's
That wasn't even on the spot.
That wasn't on the spot.
that was a great. I think Chris started that one, and I love it. I love it. I hope we do that again next year.
All right.
Make each other better. All right.
I like it. Hone somebody's goals.
Mhm.
Not make fun of.
We're,
No
we're,
malice here.
we're an encouraging bunch.
Right.
All right. Someone want to introduce this or?
Is it just the tip? I think.
I don't
Yes.
even know what it is.
Just the tip.
All right. Now, we'll include this link in our show notes, but there was a Facebook group on the post on the about getting you spend all this time, we're getting our cars ready for the winter, we get our cars ready for the spring. What are you doing for yourself? And the point of this is the original poster had been neglecting their health, went and got checked, and there was something nasty going on inside their body, and they got it fixed. It was cancer. They got it. They survived. You put a lot of work into prepping your car. You put a lot of work into storing and prepping your gear. What are you doing to store and prep yourself? I used to get regular physicals by requirement, and then I got lazy in my first retirement. And now I'm actually getting, in fact, I got to schedule my next one. I get a full laboratory workup twice a year. Last year, I got a fatty deposit stepped off my side because I got a fatty deposit on my side, and ignoring that really wasn't an option because it could have been something way more sinister. All right. Everyone on the screen almost lost a good friend to cancer a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a friend of mine here in Las Vegas, she started this year by burying her boyfriend. Early detection is the greatest contribution to cancer survival across the board. That mole, the bulge, just a generalized kind of crampiness or feeling something ain't right in there. You need to get that question answered. All right. Your car doesn't fix yourself when you ignore it. Your body isn't that different, and neither is your mind. New protein tests and some lab work, they can help you avoid that camera that people my age have to get put up in orifice.
Me too.
I've dodged it 2 years, and I'm okay with that. And as humiliating as that camera is, imagine dying from what that camera is preventing, and imagine your loved ones having to watch you go that way. All right. There's also counseling and therapy sessions outside of your traditional shrink model. That includes group sessions and just going to a group of organization or of people that are fighting what you're fighting mentally or physically, and talking it out and making yourself feel better. Get yourself checked, because the 4 people you are hearing right now or you are seeing on the screen are not the only ones who want to see you at the track next year.
I don't want to bum anybody out, but let me talk real quick about what I had to do this week, and that was go to a funeral for a friend who decided to take their own life. And it was pretty shocking, and she was a 2-time cancer survivor, and everybody had nothing but wonderful things, including myself, to say about her. So if anyone out there thinks they can't deal with life anymore, we love you all, and we want you to be around. And it's not just cancer. It's sometimes depression. Sometimes it's an addiction. Sometimes it's something else that's taking you out. So go seek that counseling, find a friend, make a phone call. We all love you. If you got a problem, you can come stay at my house and pet my dogs. Like that'll make anybody feel good. There you go.
I don't know. I think my cat wins. My cat is not
Your-
right now, but
Your cat is cute. When we were at your house, my wife was like, "I want to go see the cat, but I can't go in. I gotta do,
right. And you could, and two pets washed her hands. She probably would have been okay.
I know.
No.
She's just so allergic.
I know. She would have not regretted it.
Probably not.
Nope.
Anyway, do we have any idea what we're doing next week?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you'll join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, push the like, subscribe, talk to us in the doodly-doo, all that stuff. If you hated us, tell us anyway. We would love to hear the feedback. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text mental at 484-243-0455. Send them pictures of your junk car, that is. Junk car, 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram or Twitter at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook, everyone.racers, Reddit /E1R. Thanks again, and until
Added stuff
next
to the
week.
Reddit. There's stuff in that Reddit.
There is stuff in the Reddit. And just I mentioned, if for some reason this falls off your podcast thing, try again to resubscribe, because we are switching our hosts, and we hope it goes smoothly. But if you can't find us next week, look for us again. Find us on YouTube. We're going to be there. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourself. We love you.